Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever everyone is joining from. This is one of our series of podcasts that we will be doing in order to showcase some key trends that are developing in the market of technology. Today, enterprises and how they are moving towards from a workspace or workforce standpoint is what we are going to be talking about. Enterprises are going through tremendous amounts of transformation and they'll continue to do so. The interesting thing is that this is happening at a pretty rapid pace. One of the key facets of this transformation is the changing workplace dynamics and increasing share of new age workforces. New age workforces are very peculiar. They are looking for best in class work experiences. They want seamless UI and UX, and most importantly, naturally embedded interfaces. Dell Technologies seems to be at the center of it, enabling modern enterprises build resilient IT infrastructures and not just simple softwares or hardwares. To help us understand more about these changing dynamics of the future of workforce and workplaces and Dell's vision to cater to these changing demands, we have with us today Mr. Vivekanand Manjeri, the Brand Director, Client Solutions Group, Dell Technologies in India. Today's episode, we will deep dive, we will focus, and we will dwell into the world of new age workplaces and discuss how Dell is able to power and secure them. Vivek, who's joining us today, will also shed some light on how Dell is prioritizing employee experience, security, and sustainability in order to enable robust futuristic workplaces. Welcome, Vivek. It is an honor to host you today. Hopefully, we'll have an engaging conversation.
Thank
Vivek,
you so much, Ashwin. Really excited to be on the podcast today. Look forward to a good conversation.
All right, Vivek. Let's sort of deep dive or begin to peel some of these layers of what is happening from a workspace standpoint. But before that, Vivek, maybe if you could take a moment to introduce yourself and talk a little bit about what this client solutions group is at Dell and how do you begin to provide people-centric solutions from a Dell standpoint.
Sure, Ashwin. I lead the brand portfolio for the Client Solutions Group at Dell Technologies. The CSG group provides solutions specifically on the end computing side for all commercial customers. So we bring to market, products like desktops, notebooks, workstations, client peripherals, displays, and all endpoint software that goes along with it. So that's a quick summary of the Client Solutions Group and what we do. Now, coming to the second part of your question, which was around, how do we provide people-centric solutions? Since we cater mostly to what we are seeing is our customers and employees in organizations are looking for an end-to-end solution which is secure, reliable, as well as manages the IT portfolio in a very flexible manner from a consumption perspective. What I mean by that is, people today want solutions that help them collaborate and improve the productivity during their day-to-day work. So as part of our offerings, we are trying to offer products that are intelligent, secure, and also manage the PC lifecycle and automate a lot of the manual steps for the IT teams, and at the same time bring sustainable PCs through a 360-degree approach. What that means is the core definition of what a PC does today has gone through a lot of change. Most employees don't look at laptop just as a device today. It is a gateway for them to collaborate and improve productivity as they work in larger teams. So at Dell, we understand this life cycle very well, and we know that the workforce also and company policies are changing to a more hybrid approach. And it is our endeavor to bring an end-to-end solution to customers. And the other aspect is, from a pure procurement perspective, customers are asking for flexible consumption models to consume PC as a service. So these are some of the trends that we are seeing in the market and how we are thinking about bringing people-centric solutions.
Interesting, very interesting, Vivek. If I get it right, you're talking about each of these devices being intelligent themselves, but also the sum of all of these parts leads to something more intelligent as sort of a fleet managed solution, right? You are able to manage across companies or across the organization how these devices can be consumed and how the life cycle is panned out from a procurement standpoint also. Am I right?
Yeah.
Got it. Very nice to know about. Vivek, so you talked about Dell's CSG vision. You mentioned a little bit of how changing workplace behaviors will also see an agile workforce that values experience and will continue to demand flexibility, right? Tell us how Dell is catering to these segments of customers and how do you see this evolving in the future? Because the one thing that we are noting, Vivek, as a research organization, as a media organization, is the idea that the incoming workforce over the next decade will largely be millennials that have come out, using or growing up touch interfaces, etc. and so on. How is this going to pan out from a behavioral standpoint of using technology, using endpoint devices or hardware in the future?
Sure. I think that's a very interesting question. So one thing that we are seeing today is there's a dramatic transition that is happening within workplaces. Specifically, most organizations are trying to understand the changing needs of the employees that are joining the workforce, what technology demands they have, and at the same time, because businesses are getting digitized, there is a lot of change management and organizational change in terms of processes, etc., that is being implemented. In this context, if you think what a PC used to do and what it is expected to do, the PC is no more, or a laptop for that matter, is not just about a device where you execute certain administrative tasks. Like I mentioned briefly before, the PC is actually an extension of what the worker can accomplish to improve his productivity, to improve collaboration, and also improve innovation in that sense. So the PC that we envision and what we think we are already bringing to market in some form is a business PC that is intelligent. For example, in all our commercial PCs, we give an AI ML software that is free of cost called the Dell Optimizer, which was present in the previous versions, but we have continued to make enhancements in the commercial, portfolio as we keep launching products. The core of that product or the key function itself, it has built-in intelligence that can adapt to the way employees work on the PC. So this theme is going to continue forward, and we are completely invested to innovate and bring intelligent PCs as part of our roadmap going forward.
Brilliant, Vivek. You mentioned how you probably saw a theme and then you put it into use on one of your PC versions, etc. Right? Now, this effectively means, Vivek, that Dell as a company has a pretty fast life cycle of an innovation roadmap, right? You probably will see a new trend out there in the market. You will see a new need out there in the market, and immediately you sort of try and execute it, implement it as part of your solution playbook for the next 1 year or so. Now, maybe whoever is listening and all our listeners will probably come from multiple regions, multiple countries. Maybe if you could quickly summarize for us some of the recent such innovations launched by Dell in the past year or so in terms of the product lineup that you've built, seeing some of those trends and then translating them into hardware.
Sure. See, we've had a very exciting year in terms of product launches. We have a 360-degree portfolio cutting across desktops, notebooks, workstations, client peripherals, and displays. So talking about each of those, the first, form factor or the product I want to talk about is the Latitude brand of commercial notebooks. These notebooks are aimed largely at the executives, the CXOs, people who are largely on the move. So we have, in this year's launch, brought more thin and light commercial notebooks within the Latitude brand. Moving on to the precision workstations, which are targeting use cases that are either data or graphics intensive or heavier workloads. We continue to bring more powerful processors and GPUs, at the same time making some of the mobile workstations smaller and lighter. Talking about the all-in-one desktops, we have also refreshed that with the latest, form factors, including the all-in-one desktops that we have launched, as well as the ultra-sharp curved monitors. So these are some of the top products or brands within the CSG group that have been refreshed. Needless to say, they come on the latest 13th gen Intel processor platforms. And like I said before, the latest upgraded Dell Optimizer software has also been launched as part of this year's product portfolio.
This is very interesting, Vivek. One of the things that we notice as we deep dive into the future of workforces and workplaces is the idea that the future of a workplace or a workforce will be defined by personas meaning a particular person having to do a particular function in an organization, someone in the research and development team needing to do specific functions versus someone in the marketing team who probably needs to be more mobile, etc. Right? So this very evolving dynamic persona landscape is extremely important for the future of workplace, and technology needs to tailor itself in order to fit into some of these personas. And that is what you seem to be also aiming at, because you have specific technologies meant for specific personas in the workplace, right? If you can maybe spend a 5 more minute and sort of deep dive into some of these product lines that you just mentioned and some of the highlighting features of each of these technologies.
Sure. Let me start off with the Latitude portfolio of commercial notebooks. Right at the top, I wanted to talk about the Latitude 9440 2-in-1 commercial notebook. As you are aware, the Latitude portfolio is largely aimed at the personas who are mobile, professionals who are on the go, both within office premises as well as, who are traveling. Now, the 9440 2-in-1 is a flagship, innovation within the Latitude line. It will be the world's smallest 14-inch commercial PC and one of the most collaborative commercial PCs ever to be launched, that comes with the world's first haptic collaboration touchpad and a zero lattice keyboard. Beyond that, it offers the best front of screen experience, offering, Infinity Edge QHD display. Like I said, we have also done a lot of innovation within the chassis to make sure that thermal design and the fan design is optimized to provide a cool and a quiet experience. The other important thing I wanted to call out within the Latitude 9440 2-in-1 is, we earlier in this year spoke about Concept Luna at the CES, which was a sustainable PC design. And from that design language, we borrowed a reduced backlit keyboard design, where the keyboard uses micro LEDs, which reduces the power consumption by up to 75%. So that's a quick summary on the flagship Latitude 9440 2-in-1. Now moving on to the next series within the Latitude 7000 series, we've done a lot of innovation to make it thin and light. So within the Latitude 7000 series, we have a 13-inch, commercial PC called the Latitude 7340 Ultra Light, which is the world's smallest and lightest 13-inch commercial laptop that weighs just under a kilogram. And in the 14-inch form factor in the 7000 series, we've launched the Latitude 7440 Ultra Light, which will be the world's smallest and the lightest 14-inch premium commercial laptop that weighs just about a kilogram. Moving on within the Latitude series, the 5000 series of Latitudes, we have launched the Latitude 5440, again, the world's smallest, most secure mainstream business laptop that gives you scalability and enterprise grade security. And we've also refreshed the entry level range of the Latitude 3000 series in the 15, 13, and 14 inch. Gives you all the screen sizes. It comes with a completely redesigned chassis this time, and we will also enhance the ClickPad design to give you a better typing experience. So across the 9, 7, 5, and 3 series within the Latitude, we've done a lot of innovation to improve the user experience. Uh, if I were to go into the workstation portfolio next, I wanted to speak about the mobile workstation 5 series, the Precision 5680. The Precision 5680 is going to be the world's smallest footprint in a 16-inch workstation. It has great front of screen experience that gives you a crisp 16:10 aspect ratio, three-sided infinity edge bezel, haptic trackpad, also gives you 4K OLED touchscreen. So it's truly an innovation where we have worked, across all elements of design, which is the footprint, the weight, etc., to give you a very powerful mobile workstation without compromising on aesthetics. And within the mobile workstation portfolio, we have launched a redesigned 14-inch entry-level Precision 3480 workstation, as well as a Precision 7780, which is the higher-end 17-inch device, all targeting, like I said, specialized graphics and data-intensive use cases. If I were to talk about within the desktops, we have launched the Optiplex 7410 all-in-one desktop. The one key thing I wanted to call out here is we have simplified the process of actually purchasing a desktop in this, iteration of in the product launch. While you get a very elegant 24-inch desktop, it comes with streamlined design and has features like express sign-in, intelligent privacy, etc., which ensures your employees are able to collaborate seamlessly without disruptions. And the last one that I wanted to talk about on the displays is the latest 34-inch ultra-sharp curved USB-C hub monitor. It's a true innovation within the portfolio that comes with IPS black technology, Comfort View Plus, which is aimed at reducing blue light emission. At the same time, doesn't compromise on display color. And to add to it, it comes with inbuilt speakers and has an excellent finish. So that's a quick summary of all the specific products within desktops, notebooks, workstations, and the displays that we've launched this year.
Vivek, this is definitely got me craving for buying a new technology or a new laptop. I first thought it'll be the 7000 series that I would want, but as you kept mentioning, I zoned down on the Optiplex. But I want to sort of buy all of them. Hopefully, I'll go out and try to get one of these, or at least have a look at one of these technologies. But as part of all these devices, right, Vivek, when you were beginning the podcast, you mentioned how Dell has been embedding AI technologies into some of these devices, right? Now, whether it is a workstation or something that is part of the 7000 series, for example, a laptop on the go, how do you go about putting this AI into specific use cases for some of these devices and some of the personas that these devices are supporting? And also, if you could talk a little bit about how these AI use cases will pan out in the next couple of years for most of these personas trying to become more efficient at their job.
Sure. See, AI is truly a wave that is going to, drive a lot of innovation and productivity improvements across the technology industry. And at Dell Technologies, we are at the epicenter of driving that change through AI. And if you've seen, we started talking about AI as a core part of our product design almost 3 generations ago across PCs as well as the infrastructure services and solutions that we provide, which is the server storage portfolio as well. So when we look forward in terms of what the future holds, we are strongly committed to helping customers run AI workloads, irrespective of whether it runs on the edge or it is going to run on the cloud, right? Now, if we were to break that into, where all we want to bring in AI, let's first talk about, the AI that goes into the endpoints or the products within the CSG group itself. Uh, like I said, we are strongly committed to making the PC intelligent. And to that end, I spoke about the Dell Optimizer software, which has been there within the commercial portfolio. So in this version, as well as what you will see from us in the future, there will be a lot of product enhancements within the Optimizer software itself. And it is all about accomplishing your tasks where the intelligence within the PC learns and adapts to the way that you work. This will pave way for greater collaboration, features like intelligent privacy that comes along with the Dell Optimizer in this version has features like, onlooker detect and look away detect, which ensures that the PC is intelligent to understand that your privacy may be compromised and can, for example, texturize the screen. There are many such features within the optimizer in this generation. For example, we have a feature within the optimizer to manage the battery health. It's called Express Charge, which helps you charge the battery faster. But on the other side, to ensure your battery is protected against overcharging, there is an overcharge protect feature as well within the Dell Optimizer software that can be configured. So the Dell Optimizer software is one key element of bringing in intelligence into the endpoint. Now, if I were to talk a little bit beyond the endpoints and the client solutions group itself, you will see a lot of artificial intelligence coming into the infrastructure solutions, which is about hosting AI workloads on the cloud and how we store data for our customers. So we recently, spoke about concept Nix in a lot of the marketing events as well as the electronic shows, which is about bringing cutting edge computing capabilities and creating an ecosystem that helps you seamlessly integrate not just the device but the peripherals also through AI. We also spoke about Project Helix in May, which is what is a solution around generative AI, which is on the infrastructure solution side. So in summary, we definitely believe that AI and generative AI is going to be a huge opportunity for organizations to innovate and improve productivity. And you will see AI playing a key role across the commercial PCs as well as the infrastructure solutions that we will be bringing to the market.
It's an amazing future that we are walking into, Vivek. I mean, whatever I'm hearing, take concept Nix, for example, right? Imagine this is probably one of the oldest problems that endpoints or devices had in order to connect with the right ecosystem of solutions or devices around you. And now you're saying that it is going to be automated and it is going to be intelligent. Wonderful hearing all these examples, Vivek. That sort of also, Vivek, brings me to the next question, or an extremely important topic of discussion. Whenever we speak about AI, whenever we speak about ML, effectively end of day it means more computing, Vivek. And more computing technically means that you need to start thinking about being able to provide sustainable computing, right? You need to focus on the idea that how do you achieve that balance between creating augmentation and intelligence around a workforce or a workplace, but at the same time continue to manage your carbon footprint. I'm sure Dell is looking into these as one of the pioneers of sustainability and managing your carbon footprints. But maybe if you can, for our listeners, put it into perspective of examples of how you are going about doing this with your solutions.
Sure. See, sustainability is a key pillar for growth across businesses today. And sustainability is not just about how you procure hardware or how you source your inputs for your business in terms of components, etc. It also cuts across how you run your operations, manufacturing, how do you reduce waste that comes out of the core business processes that you are managing. And it is also about embracing eco-friendly design, embracing energy efficient production practices. So it's a design. It is also a commitment across your end-to-end operations. Now at Dell, sustainability has been at the core of everything that we do. When I mean is at the core, I mean across product design, how we run our operations, and our strong commitment to sustainability in terms of the goals that we've set. For example, we've set out ambitious goals for ourselves, which we call the 2030 ESG goals, that states for every metric ton a customer buys from us, we will reuse or recycle an equivalent amount. 100% of packaging will be made from recycled or renewable materials. And we've also said that more than half of the product content by the year 2030 will be made from recycled or renewable materials. So at Dell, it starts with a very clear goal setting process. Now, how that has translated into action is we have strongly embraced circular design all the way from products to packaging. To give you an example, the Latitude 5000 series that we've launched will be one of the most sustainable laptops ever built, because it uses recycled plastic, reclaimed carbon fiber, renewable materials, and also ocean-bound plastics. The use of recycled and renewable plastic by weight has increased by 64% over the previous generation of the Latitude 5000 series. And within the Latitude 9440 and the Precision 5680 mobile workstation that I spoke about earlier, the chassis includes up to 75% recycled aluminium, and this is a first. We've also introduced recycled copper within the power adapters of the Latitude 9440, the Precision 5680, and even the Precision 3000 series. Right now, it is not just about the mix of recycled renewable material within the product. Like I said, it also cuts across the packaging. So within the Latitude and the Precision portfolio, we continue to ship with 100% recycled or renewable packaging as well. And within the Dell Optimizer software, by the way, there is a feature which is called a quiet mode that can give you up to 18% power savings by optimizing the system settings. So you can clearly see that we've really gone granular when we say sustainability in terms of what we put into the system, what we put into packaging, and how can we bring in software intelligence to make your system reduce power consumption. Lastly, Dell also offers the EcoLoop carry cases that are made from 100% ocean-bound plastics. So, and even the dyeing process that is used within these bags generates 90% less wastewater and up to 62% less CO2 emissions. So we have embraced sustainability as a core design tenet within the product, portfolio itself. And like I said, sustainability is not just about products and how we design it. It cuts across operations and everything that you do. And at Dell, we are strongly committed to sustainability going forward.
Vivek, it is extremely heartening to listen to all of these examples that you spoke about. And most interestingly for me, what struck me was the idea of being able to build a circular economy, even in packaging and accessories, right? I mean, in packaging and accessories, circular economies were largely gig workforce driven in the past. I mean, it is super heartening to hear that even companies like Dell are building on ensuring or initiating and then sustaining some of these circular economies in the lower yield products as well. You talking about ocean bound plastics for some of the bags that you build. Again, a super example of where we are heading as a world in order to build sustainability. Um, coming sort of to the end of the discussion, Vivek, we've seen how you've built technology specific to some of these very specific personas of the future. You've spoken about how AI is being embedded into most of these devices. You spoke about sustainability. The idea of a future workforce is that they are going to be distributed. They're not just going to be mobile. They're not just going to be hybrid. They're going to be hyper distributed. They are going to be on the move. And you seem to be evolving your whole product portfolio and innovation roadmap to fit to each of these scenarios. If I can sort of push you or ask you to summarize the overall discussion on why Dell for such hybrid or distributed workforces of the future, what would you say, Vivek?
Okay, so two things. At Dell, we are a very customer-centric, product-focused company, and what we see in terms of the changing workforce landscape really excites us. If you've seen, we are strongly committed to innovation across user experience, spoke about manageability, we spoke about bringing, artificial intelligence and intelligent PCs and sustainable designs. So that's how we worked in the past. Now, as we look at what the future holds, like I said, we will continue to innovate, and what you see from us will be strong innovations in each of those dimensions to cater to the needs of the hybrid workforce. The other aspect which I wanted to talk about is, there's so much of change happening around us, and there are tremendous opportunities that are in front of enterprises and companies like Dell. AI is one such, generative AI. Beyond that, there are so many technologies which excite us at this point. Within the client solutions group, beyond artificial intelligence, augmented reality, virtual reality. So we are right now looking at so many opportunities that can transform the way businesses, go about their day-to-day operations. And we strongly believe that we will, as a company, continue to find ways to improve work experiences and bring in innovation to drive productivity.
Vivek, more power to your passion and the innovation roadmap that you are building for the larger world. But it was wonderful speaking to you. We come to the end of our discussion. For me, Vivek, the W3 or the workforces and workplaces looks like are going to be extremely dynamic, and most technologies will be tailored to specific needs of each of these workforces and workplaces. Hopefully, all of these innovations will further be accentuated with the outcomes based nature of AI and sustainability efforts that you are putting into place. End of day, the idea is to build and ease and augment the effect of every task that takes place in a workplace. Innovation like yours is expected to continue to help and build new revenue for new enterprises. Vivek, it was again wonderful speaking to you, and thank you so much for your time too.
Same here, Ashwin. It was great to speak to you. You have a great day.
You too. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.